third, which is not where everything's really located. He'll be able to kill the tech of his opponent, but there's still 4 bases hidden around the map. And 2 of them, this is the army that he needs to worry about. Broodlord Infester. Here comes the Zergling counterattack. The cannons aren't going to be up, and now the Protoss player finally going to move in. There he goes, up into the third, taking down the spines very quickly. And he's up kind of denying the production now. Eye of Darkness hasn't been producing a whole lot during this time. The Zerglings have cleaned up this base, this is perhaps the most excruciating game. Observers now dying due to these spore crawlers. This army not being controlled very well. He needs to go after the tech now of his opponent. There's 10 more Corruptors on the way. He sees the exact unit composition his opponent's going for. We're going to have another maxed out army versus maxed out army. Back here, all these Templar are dying, but there's 2 storms going down. That's not going to kill them all. Instead, it's just kind of chunking his own units. If these Archons can get out, though, he'll be safe. Instead, this has turned out to not be a base race. The units aren't really attacking here. Instead, this poor carrier is just losing all of his interceptors. Now coming up, taking down a lot of the tech now. The counterattack's still going on. More Zealots being warped in back at home by Kingavocado to deal with this. That's perfect. He still doesn't know where his opponent's bases are. They're literally everywhere. And I think Eye of Darkness might be able to get up enough army. I hate to say it, but I think he can. Now moving in, Spawning Pool goes down. Another one in production, another Rotoran, as well as a Hydralisk Den. Really alert by Eye of Darkness for making these production buildings. Hive goes down now. There's storms on top of the Overlords. If he actually kills all of these, that'll supply block his opponent a lot. Raider Spire down. More storms going down on top of these. He's kind of wasted all of his energy now. He has supply blocked his opponent, and the carriers are doing work on these Overlords. And he'll be supply blocked for quite a long time. There's more Zealots, another Stalker over here. Kind of the reinforcement warp in. He's down to 1 mining base, though. His 4th has been gutted. We actually look at the workers killed 32 to 10 now. The Protoss army is still way stronger than the Zerg army, but now all these Overlords finally popping out, another layer in production. He doesn't have a Spire right now, which may wind up costing him. Phoenix now finally scouting. Oh, for the... And now he's going to come in here and see that his opponent has all of his tech up here. 3rd base going down now for Eye of Darkness. There was one last inject, so there's a lot of larvae there. Not the biggest deal. Kingavocado still nearly maxed out, 196 to 139. In comes the Corruptor Broodlord force. There is Infestor support with this. He's going to start taking down the gateways as well as this last mining base. In comes the Protoss force. He's stopped in the middle of the map. Why is he stopped? Another warp in over here. There's no ground army to speak of right now for the Zerg. Now in come all the Stalkers. If he picks off the Broodlords, he can still take the game. There's beautiful fungal growths on top of the entire army. The carriers coming in, they're dying immediately to Corruptors. Feedbacks on top of the Infestors now. There's only 4 Broodlords left. There's a storm on top of all these Corruptors. They're going down pretty quickly. The blink underneath the Broodlords. Storms. The Broodlords have been cleaned up. The Corruptors have finally been cleaned up. I think this is finally GG. He doesn't need to chase those Corruptors. He needs to go up and kill the tech of his opponent. Stalker counterattack has taken out this base over here. And the Protoss army regathering. 159 supply to 83. There's still a mining base up here for Eye of Darkness. I hope he doesn't just stay in the game because of that. Now moving up into the main, there's 15 Hydralisks on the way. I don't think that's enough to deal with this force, though. The A move up the ramp has kind of stalled out some of these. This base will be taken down in pretty short order. Archon's actually not very good against Queens, as it turns out. Now finally moving up, all the Hydralisks slaughtered. I think this should finally be it. Stalkers up here, now slaughtering a bunch of drones. If we look at the workers killed, that's been spun on its head, 49 now to 31. And there's the well, I guess that does it for me. GG from Eye of Darkness, and Kingavocado has taken game number 2 in a 43-minute slugfest. I believe we saw every unit except a Dark Templar from the Protoss player. There wasn't a sentry either. Whew. And now we'll take a